Hey, we are back. This is PewDiePie. I'm Mike
Yep.
T. He's Joe Bell, Storage Wars.
Storage Wars.
Yep, I got you. All right, we just finished talking about New England, and now we're going to talk about
No more New England.
No more New England.
Tampa's
Get away.
1-1.
Get away.
Preseason doesn't matter.
Yes, and we're going to talk about Miami here this Saturday night, and they're coming here. And you know, Miami and Tampa Bay have a 1-1. Their series right now tied since 2001. I'm sorry, 2001. Series tied at 1-1. Chad Henne, they picked up Reggie Bush. Miami did. And, of course, Brandon Marshall is there, leading receiver.
Yep.
So tell me, what are we going to work on first?
Well, let's talk about, first off, you know that the starters are going to play more this week. They're going to play into the third quarter. Right. So basically, they're going to play the first half. They're going to make adjustments, which is the key to the third game, on how they come out in the second half and adjust to the defense of the Miami Dolphins. Now, they may only play 1 or 2 series, but they're going to see how they make the adjustment and how that works for the first team players.
And that's about...
Because that's a big deal. People like the Patriots are great at coming out in the second half and adjusting to whatever you're doing.
Right.
You know, and that's the key to a great football team. And Tampa did it really well last year with young players. They found a way to adjust their team, whatever weakness they had in the first half, and kind of use it to their favor in the second half.
Okay.
They did a lot of that.
The coaching staff going to do anything different for this game? I mean, besides looking at personnel?
I think more personnel, and you're going to see players that haven't been in. We should see a couple that Talib should play.
Price.
Aqib Talib should play. Price is going to play. Hopefully, Kellen Winslow really hasn't played at all.
Yeah, he hasn't had anything. Yeah.
And he should play. Aurelius Ben. They have got to get him in the game. If he is going to be the starting flanker, they have got to get him in the football game.
Because Briscoe's look good.
You just can't leave him out. And Briscoe's look great. He is the third, but you've got to get this kid in the game. He has not played one yet, and he's due to play now.
Right.
So he should play in
So
this
personnel changes and looking at the starters across the board for an extended period of time.
Right, to see if they can get some continuity. And of course, my keys to the game, which we'll talk about right now, would be my regular keys to the game during the regular season would be this as well. Stop the run would be first. My God, they allowed 200 yards rushing last week. And this team did well last week. They have a running back, Daniel Thomas from Kansas State, their first-round pick.
Yep.
He had 52 yards and a touchdown and 12 carries in the first half last week.
Okay.
And Reggie Bush had 50 yards carries last week. You know, and Chad Henne had a great game. He was 15-24 for 194 yards. And they've got Matt Moore, who was with Carolina, 2 good quarterbacks. Should be a great test to where Tampa is.
You know, Marquise Pouncey is a center for them, too.
Yeah.
Starting as a rookie.
Absolutely. And so the other 2 keys to this game for me are to protect Josh Freeman. They did a horrible job last week of protecting him. They have got to find a way to give him a second to make an adjustment in the pocket.
Joseph and Penn got just manhandled.
Yeah, they all did. I couldn't believe how bad it was.
Yeah.
And my last one, which also goes with that, is to get into a rhythm. They had no rhythm last week. The week before against Kansas City, they were one thing right. Everything they tried maybe didn't work the first time. Second and third time it did. You know, against the Patriots, nothing worked. And every time they tried something else, it didn't work. And tried it again, it didn't work. They have to get into a little better rhythm on offense and get the players in the game that they haven't seen very much yet, which again is the Ben and the Talib and all those players and the Winslow.